This is
Bitch, let's talk.
Alright, so I have a really big announcement before we get started in Pop Top World. So we are officially 4 weeks into my birthday. It's the best fucking day of the entire calendar season. Scorpio season is the best, so shout out to all the Scorpios. Corey, don't be a hater. So November 13th, if you want to send happy birthday wishes or save up money to buy me a nice gift. I like all of that.
Cancers are better. I'm a Cancer.
We're besties. You're my compatible sign. Seriously, Cancers, Pisces, Capricorn.
Well, that's nice.
But we're still better than y'all. Y'all real sensitive.
Don't do that. I mean, I have times that I get emotional.
A lot of times.
A lot.
Yeah,
it is a lot.
It is
but
a lot.
I try to,
It's okay.
I cry.
You cry?
Sometimes. You cry?
Not really.
You cry.
Not really.
You probably cry like real ugly cry. Like snot and the boogers.
Fuck you. No, I don't.
And then like
I have like a Glory Denzel tear.
And then it dry up.
Yeah.
And then it be ashy.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Don't judge my life. Shut up. This is what I can't do. Anyway, happy birthday to me. The countdown has officially begun. So, for our Pop Tart World for this week, Nelly, the rapper Nelly, was accused of raping some girl on the tour bus. And now she's actually going to drop charges. She says she wants to put this quietly behind her.
So they're going to pay her off?
I don't think they're going to pay her off.
I think they are.
I don't even think this shit is
pretty
true.
Sure that's what quietly means. They
No.
settling out of court so it don't mess up.
I mean,
could
they
be
still
a-
can say she's been settled.
I mean, but I would think that depends on how much he's giving her.
I don't know, because his team was like, well, we want a public apology. No.
Nobody's getting that.
She-
It's
she
Nelly,
might.
Nelly at this point in his career is like.
I thought that was the most random allegation that I ever heard. I was like,
Well, it's
I
not
don't-
random because it's a rapper. So they target all rappers. Especially a rapper that's on tour with like a country artist. So it's like, well, I'm going to pick the person
true.
that least expect. First off, whatever he did with that little girl on stage was kind of weird. Now, if he was like,
That was very weird.
like because he's old as shit. So it's like when you have like somebody like that versus somebody like a B2K type era. It
Yeah.
doesn't look as bad because they have teen heartthrobs and stuff like that.
That makes
So
sense.
with him, it's just like really weird. Like you old as shit, touching up on this little girl.
It was two little girls, actually. Brittany actually showed me the video. And it was like, he was on stage and he was like twirling their hair.
Yeah, that's real weird.
That's real weird.
And whoever her parents was,
I mean, obviously they were fine with it because
yeah,
no one said anything.
it could be like God rest his soul, like a Michael Jackson thing, just to get close to the person, then they
You
sue
cannot
him,
compare
like,
Nelly to some fucking
I'm
Michael Jackson.
talking about allegation wise.
Oh, well.
You see what I'm saying? Like with the parents knowing that the kids were sick, they would go to Never Never Land. What do you call it?
Yeah.
Yeah, the ranch. So they would go there and then like basically set the kids up so they could sue Michael Jackson. You see what I'm saying? So,
But this was on stage. That's behind closed doors.
But what I'm saying is like basically line them up. Like, all right, well, I have footage that he did this. Then the random allegations come after that. Like, oh, well, he did this afterwards. He did this, and he kept in contact with my child. This, that, and the third. You see what I'm saying?
It's pretty weird.
Yeah, well, I think weird because people are weird.
Yeah, people are weird
Yeah,
and
so-
very fucked up.
Yeah.
But
It goes to show.
I mean, shout out to Nelly. I pray that this isn't true. He
I
actually
mean,
raped a woman on tour
I
bus.
wouldn't think that it is. I hope not either. But
But if
He's a
he's being
target.
accused, like, I hope it's not like a Freddie Gibbs type situation where some
shout out
white
to the
woman
kids, man.
just
Oh my
like
God.
was like, I had a dream that he raped me.
Uh-huh.
Like, the fuck? And then this nigga was like almost locked up for a year
Yeah.
because some random white woman had a dream about getting raped by some random Negro.
Yeah,
Congrats.
I mean, in another 2 weeks, this shit won't even matter. Just like the Usher shit. Usher out this
Oh,
bitch
yeah.
skating now.
Yeah, someone skating with Chris Brown. for
Those
his
niggas in
birthday.
Atlanta can skate they ass off. Bro, I be wanting to skate like that. Like, niggas be like, doing
Turkey
spades and
free
shit. Yeah.
on his skate.
Yeah. Out here not giving bitches shit. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Allegedly. He might actually suffer.
Hey, bro, I'm not judging him. I'm not a judger. I'm not a judger. But
I mean, but he definitely was looking lit with Chris Brown at the skate party, though.
I want to be like them. I want to be able to dance like that. I mean, I can
Can you
dance.
dance?
Yeah, I can dance. I look like a dancing ass nigga right now. Like,
No, you don't.
You
You like
hate-
to sell drugs.
Oh, for real?
He's like a trapper.
It's like, what?
Yeah, a Baltimore trapper.
Boy, you know, Baltimore Cali forever, though. You know. She plug.
I can't do this with you.
Sorry.
So, next, I know you probably never watched the show. Have you watched VMA, Jane?
I never watch it, but I mean, you know, I see tweets and hear stuff about it.
Well, they're canceling the show.
Yeah, I heard they're giving it a 2-hour finale.
Yeah, that it's supposed to air 2018. But I'm curious if they're canceling it because she just robbed BET of all this money. They went to court earlier this year, and it was about, I think it was about combining the 4th and 5th episode together, and they weren't trying to pay her as if it was separate entities of episodes. So, or seasons, I should say, I'm sorry. And so she won the case. I don't know how much money, but I know BET ain't racking up money like that to be affording lawsuits.
It's not really BET money no more. You know,
Viacom.
They own it, but hell yeah, that's it. That's it. They like, all right, well, we got the money, so fuck it. We about to. Then it's like they gonna do some slick shit, which I've never heard of, is to take the season finale and make it a 2-hour movie.
Yeah.
Which is the most outrageous shit I've ever heard. But I mean, it's kind of like a.
Well, at least
like
they get an ending, because there were shows that I love that never got no fucking ending, like the Wayans Brothers, Girlfriends.
Yeah.
There's a couple of dope shows that never got no type of end. They just end. It's like this was the episode. Wasn't no last season finale. I had so many questions I never got the fucking answer to.
Yeah.
This is absolutely ridiculous. But I mean, shout out to Gabrielle Union for winning her money. But I'm sad. I actually thoroughly enjoyed that.
So
show.
what was the show about?
It's about this career educated black woman trying to find her way through life. She was a journalist. She started out in Atlanta and then got a better job out in New York, and just her love life situation was a mess, and then her family dynamic was a mess because her father was like the breadwinner, like he was some upper echelon person, whatever, but then like her siblings were a mess. Like her brother was on drugs. Then he had all these kids and they were fucked up. And then like the one brother was like in and out of school, but this season or last season, like he's like a legit like real estate agent making good money, but he's not on the show for whatever reason. But it's a really good show. It's like well written, and I thoroughly enjoy it. Like as a black woman, I just want more black TV shows, and I'm sad that BET is gonna cancel it because I doubt if the ratings were shitty.
Do you think, kind of off topic, but do you think in this era we'll be able to get shows like A Different World and Living Single and
I think so.
Like
I think this is the era for television. I think, and I don't want to give all the credit to Empire, but I think when Empire came out, I don't know what's going on. But it actually gave people the opportunity to show white networks that black people can actually bring in real ratings.
Mm-hmm. Because
after that, then it was like Rosewood, and after that, it was like you had Lethal Weapon. I never watched that show.
Such a shitty.
I did like Rosewood. I really did like Rosewood.
I think I heard.
They got canceled.
Damn.
I know.
They love canceling us.
I know.
Cancel the shit
but now you have like Blackish. That's really.
I love that show.
Show's amazing.
Yeah.
And then you have, I think it's a new television show called The Mayor.
Like it's like a kid or something like that. Yeah, that's real random. I think it would pick up steam. It just depends. But like most of them shows don't last on the big networks. And then somebody end up picking it up
like I really like the Carmichael show. Like I love Gerard
That got canceled too.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I think it was more so because of the topics that he wanted to discuss. And I think he got pissed that they were trying to like tell him what to do with the writing, almost like a Dave Chappelle type situation.
Yeah, so it's pretty much okay. So the
But see, you can just go right to Netflix.
Oh, okay.
Netflix is buying everything
because Netflix has the money. They out here giving comedians all this money for specials that they already recorded. It's like and that's the wildest shit. Like I think it was Chappelle. Like when Chappelle did his deal, he had those specials already recorded.
Right.
He just, all right, well, here, I'll give you that. I think he signed like
that was crazy.
A couple deals, like a deal that had like 4 or 5.
Yeah, but even like shows, like they're giving these, I don't say low budget, but they're giving people who are, what's the word I want to use? I can't think of the word I want to use. I can't think of the
I
word.
can't either. But you know, I mean, I get it. Like it's.
So I'm thinking like maybe if you write and then just give it straight to Netflix and just like set up a deal and just make it that way because it's unfiltered, uncensored. Like you can say what the fuck you want. There's not no real sex stuff on Netflix. I don't think. But other than that,
Oh, there is. They got hidden gems, but
what the fuck is on your category list? What's your watch list like?
What? Don't do it. Hey, so
Which one your watch list?
I don't know what my watch list
You don't
is
know
like.
what your watch list is like? Give me a password.
No, because I'm using somebody else's shit. Like no.
Oh, okay. So you won't just fuck somebody else shit up?
Hey, they probably don't use it.
How you know?
I don't know. I feel like I'm getting interrogated.
You might be. Just don't know.
I don't know. I'm just saying they got hidden things on Netflix. Somebody, you know.
You don't
No
want to
one
say it?
knows. I am my guy. All right.
No one knows? All right, well.
Yep, nobody knows.
Well, that's fine. There are going to be talks of Jay-Z maybe buying Harvey Weinstein's company.
Jigga jigga. Iceberg Slim, baby, Rob Rims.
People don't know that his name used to be Iceberg.
Yeah. Man, that's my, man. Oh, what we doing? All right, we doing that. All right, give me two since we got to make up for that. Yeah, shout out to Ho. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Sean Corey Carter. You know that's his middle name, Corey.
You happy about that?
Yeah, Raekwon, real name is Corey too, if anybody cared.
Yeah.
Whoop.
All these Corys. Yeah, so they're trying to, I guess, since Harvey Weinstein, and you know, if people don't know who he is, he's the white guy that's being charged with sexual assault. He's a film producer and studio film director, and he has a production company with his brother Bob, which I know he's pretty pissed because.
Bob pissed.
Yeah,
Bob told
pissed.
their mother. He's fucking up the money.
Yeah, I mean, you have like people like Rose McGowan and Angelina Jolie and just like all these slew of stars. I'm mad at that they're not giving him the same energy that they're giving Bill Cosby. It's like people are coming out, but it's like he's not being really vilified. The hate,
that's never
just like a
happen.
pure hate. I mean, of course,
It's
it's the
never
white
gonna
man.
happen, man. And it's sad because they like destroyed Bill Cosby.
Oh,
they took
everything
all his
he
shit
wrote.
off the TV. And I mean, I never really care. I don't care for Bill Cosby like that because of people. The older crowd of black people, they treat younger people like shit.
They do.
In regards to like, you know, like their views on like hip hop and what we shouldn't say and shit like that. So that's why like a lot of like people like that, Oprah, you know what? Shout out to Oprah. I ain't trying to get y'all shit pulled.
You can
you
say
know-
shout out to Oprah.
Oh yeah, shout out. Love you. But yeah, like certain times, like those super over the top black people that were supposed to protect us and we were supposed to learn from them, they look down on like any younger generation, like whether it's ours or the kids that's coming up, shit like that. So I mean it's sad it happened to Bill Cosby, but fuck him.
True. I just don't appreciate people like destroyed him and didn't destroy this guy. I don't know what's going to happen in the future for him because now it's like more stars are coming out. But the thing that people are not really talking about is how the Hollywood industry is really set up, and like how all this sex and you know all these power plays are being used in order for you to get deals and you know to make money in your craft. That's fucked up. So I really hope that Jay-Z actually gets some investors and buy him out because that means he would change the narrative for movies. He would, you know, he already had, what was that, Khalif Browder?
Yeah, that's where his money was intertwined with the people.
Yeah,
right?
so
Okay.
he had already had like a relationship with the Weinstein Company because they worked together on some projects. But that means if we start having ownership over shit, we can actually create things that are about us.
Yeah.
And we can put more things in the forefront of people of color.
What's dope about what Jay does is like what he did with Rock Nation. He takes the artists that are forgot about within our culture and he gives them the power back, like what EPMD. Like EPMD just signed a deal with Rock Nation.
Oh, they did?
Digital, yeah, so
Oh,
they can
that's dope.
redistribute like their music. Because like artists like that, they get forgot about for the most part. Like, they just fall to the wayside and they're just being old school
Right.
artists versus just being
The artist.
this. Big Daddy Kane is this, Big Daddy Kane is that, Coogee Rap, people like that. So, and then like artists like the Lots, they're getting more.
Shout out to the Lots.
Yeah, shout out to
That's
kids.
my
They're supposed to be here next Wednesday.
Are you serious?
Yep,
Where?
they're supposed to be Soundstage. They're supposed to be down. The Griselda. I really want to go because shout out to Conway. It's a guy. His name is Conway. He got shot in the back of his head and like he had cerebral palsy. So, but he can rap like real rap. It's him and Westside Gunna. But they got signed to Eminem. But they on tour with them and Smoke Dizza. So.
So me a dope show.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of weed smoke there. Yeah.
I mean, I feel like that's everywhere.
Yeah, I don't smoke though.
I don't either.
Got clean piss. My friends
Allegedly.
need me.
Your friends need you?
Hell
What the
yeah,
fuck
I got all
does
my
that
friends
mean?
in job. That's neither here nor there. I'm a good friend. Don't even charge them. Don't even charge.
You don't charge them for this?
Nah, that's what family do.
I guess.
You know, we got
We'll talk about this off air.
Shout out to the crew. You know.
I can't do this with you. So I hope and pray that Jay-Z does this.
Hope
That
to
made me
God.
really happy.
And then probably get more young black actors, directors, actresses, stuff like that. They give them more of a platform to
Right.
get their stuff heard and seen.
Yeah, absolutely. And speaking of the great people, for Black Magic this week is actually going to go to Derek Jeter. He actually is going to be the first African American CEO of a major baseball league, and it's going to be the Miami Marlins.
Yeah, I ain't even gonna hold you. I didn't know that nigga was black.
What do you?
I didn't know. I thought he was like Puerto Rican.
I mean, that's the thing.
I mean, yeah, theoretically, yeah, but I'm just saying, I didn't know the nigga was black. I didn't know. But shout out to him. I remember I got my first sneakers from him. Not for him, not from him, but like that was like one of my first Jordans that I got.
Wow, that's
yeah,
dope.
it was ugly as shit. Now look, I got.
Oh my god.
Shit is so ugly.
Whatever. But shout out to him.
I feel like you had them in middle school. Now I think about it, you had the white and blue ones. I had the all black joints, and you know I remember niggas sneakers.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
You do
How the
remember
fuck
that.
do I remember that? I'm
What
good.
memory you
Yeah,
had?
I'm talking about you don't want to smoke weed. Yeah. You know, you had the white and blue ones. That's white and blue. It had, like, the
I
joint
remember
slide.
when we were in middle school, because my dad only has 2 girls, like my dad was like, I'm gonna get you all these sneakers. So you know, in Old Court I was super lit with all these sneakers.
Yeah, I
and
was lit
Timberlands.
too, because my brother used to wear stuff on Mondays, and I would wear it on Thursday. So niggas thought I had wild sneakers, man. I used to put them in my I used to put them in my book bag, and then I wear my shoes through the grass to Old Court, and then I switch. And niggas be like, "Dad, yo, you got the new J's. Why you wearing Monday?" Because my brother wore his.
Did you really though?
Hell yeah, he wore my ass so many times. One time he had a Johnny Unitas jersey, and I wore it before him. I thought he wore it. He met me at the door.
Damn.
And
I was waiting at you at
he
the
beat
door.
he beat the shit out of me. I couldn't even yell mommy at that. Everybody was working. Boy,
Aw.
punched me in my chest. I got asthma.
Oh, that's really sad to hear.
I'm sorry.
Just really sad to hear. But shout out to Derek Jeter. I know he's not full owner, but he's part of it.
That's
There's
good.
some
I like
investors.
it. Why? Oh, well,
It doesn't matter. I'm all about ownership. Stop trying to be in charge. Just own everything.
Yep.
I'm rooting for everybody black on my Issa Rae type shit.
Yeah,
Everybody.
shout out to her.
Why she gotta be nasty?
Boy, she took that shit to the eye.
We gotta get started with that.
Boom, boom, boom. Damn.
That wasn't on purpose.
No.
Well, for her it was on purpose. But she's not an adult.
hey.
She does not suck
He
it
seen his
properly.
shot. He shot that shit. What?
He thought that she knew what to do.
Shit, I did too. Nah.
No.
Oh.
So that's what you do?
Nah. You know. Nah. So.
So no, you don't do that.
Nah. I mean, I did that before. I ain't talked to that girl since. I felt bad.
So she pulled an Issa on you.
No, it wasn't like in her eye. It was like on her like.
Cheek?
Yeah, it was like the face, and then like she like got some on her hand, and
I mean, I feel like that's pretty normal.
it almost threw up. That shit was nasty. She like licked
You
it off my
almost
ass.
threw it?
Hell yeah, that shit was gross. The fuck are you? That's bro. I couldn't get with that one.
I'm sorry. And she licked it off?
She licked it off like real sad. Wait, hold up. Like, she was like, I was like, oh, I gotta
What
go.
you trying to be nasty for you?
That shit scared me. I ain't talked to her since. That shit, you nasty.
Wait a minute.
Nah.
You never, so from that moment, you never talked to her again?
I don't think so. I mean,
Did you hit her again?
thought about, huh?
You never hit again?
You
ain't run away from that. You ain't scared of
What?
You ain't scared of that.
Why you know I do, cuz? But I don't think I had to that. That shit kind of was. I ain't like that. Like that was too advanced for me. Like, she like licking this shit off her finger. It was nasty as shit. Like she was like.
Really? You alright? Are you having Vietnam flashback? Calm down.
Shout out to her.
Shout out. No, you can't shout her out. You cut her off. She was not on her hand.
Shout out to that nigga then, cause he got that. You had that, cuz. Don't be extra free. Just give me a little bit of free.
Just a little bit.
Yeah,
You don't need much.
I don't. I don't need all of it. But she went full throttle.
Maybe she thought that's what you like.
Yeah, she thought that shit. She was sadly mistaken.
Oh my God, Corey. Grow up.
Yeah.
Grow up.
Shout out to him. He got that shit.
So for our...
They get married.
They get married?
I think so. I don't know. I'm fucking with you. She probably engaged. She is engaged. They are engaged.
So her nastiness worked for her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll tell y'all, man, what it is funny as shit.
You should see his face. All his teeth are showing.
Yo, man, that happened like 5-6 years ago. That's
So
crazy.
it's not that long ago.
But that was when I was a hoe. Anyway, like, go ahead.
Are you retired?
Yeah, man, I've been stopped being a hoe.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I don't believe you.
Was thinking about joining that beard group, though.
Oh, Lord. Well, you and Dre can be best of friends, and hopefully you don't fuck married women like he does.
Nah.
Okay.
That's lit.
I'm sorry, what?
Non-lit.
Yeah, it's non-lit.
Man. Damn.
You
You got
see-
the juice for that one.
Yeah, he does. Shout out to Dre.
Yeah,
And
shout
fuck
out
Dre
to
at the
him.
same time.
Nah, shout out to him. He got African American goals.
I can't. I'm done. I'm done with it.
I can't. That was funny. Yeah.
That's not a goal. You should never have that goal.
Hey, he from
Goodbye,
somebody.
Corey. I'm done with you for today. So for our panel discussion for today, I have my infamous crew as usual, but with two special guests. So Brittany and Sita.
I love that shit.
I can't. But we have two
tried.
new guests, and this is my baby. This is Kristen, and the loudest person I ever met in my life, Mr. Jason.
Hi.
Hey guys.
Hi. Hey.
Thanks for being here.
Glad to be here.
So, it's really funny. So, our discussion for today is, can you be friends with your exes? I say yes. Does anyone else disagree?
I say no.
Sita?
I think it depends on the individuals.
Kristen?
Yeah, I think you can. I'm sure it does depend, but
Yeah.
in my
Jason?
experience, it's
Can you?
impossible.
Yeah, of course you can. Not
Corey?
always.
Hey, all right, so
Not always.
if this was me probably like last year, nah. But me now, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you can be friends now. Yeah.
Yeah. So, what changed?
Shit, me.
You
I
grew
kept
up?
on- yeah, man, because
Pause.
when I stop fucking with somebody, I just say fuck them. I don't feel like we need to talk about shit. We don't need to speak nothing.
I think it depends on how you ended things.
No,
I think
fuck
if
that.
you are mature adults and you realize, like, this isn't going to work out, I think you should be able to be friends with them.
Man, fuck
If you
that.
fucked my friend or you did some shiesty shit, of course, ain't nothing else to discuss. I hope you die.
I ain't never been through that.
Oh, I had a couple of friends that,
A couple.
yeah.
Damn.
You know one of them.
It ain't me, yo.
No, it's not Brittany. But she did go to Lyons Elementary. Starts with a J. It's not-
Damn. All right.
This
I
is
should
good.
put it on black.
Go ahead. Hey,
Don't
you
do
know
it.
what?
Don't do it. Don't do
No,
it.
I'm not gonna put it on.
Go
It
ahead.
sounds
Let's
like
go
you
ahead.
already did at this
Yeah.
point.
I just said she went to, okay. I mean, that's
Elementary
still a
school,
lot.
first initial.
Yeah, that's a J. That's a lot of names.
I got somebody in mind.
Hey, I know who it is.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, as far as being friends, what if you guys have a baby? You know, then that makes it even more.
Cheat code shit now.
I'm just saying, like,
I mean, I'm cool with my baby mother. We cool.
Are you
Real
really?
Cool.
You
Yeah.
don't-
Yeah,
You don't
we
have
cool.
to be friends with your baby mother.
You just gotta
You just have to
co-parent.
have a working relationship.
I mean, me personally, I'm cool with my baby mother. I don't know about all these motherfuckers around here. They be hating their kids, man. I don't care, bro. Like, said my daughter be 8 in February. Like, we
Shout out to
cool.
Baby Corey.
Yeah, shout out to Young. But you know, it's just, I think because of the stuff that the women be putting the men through. That,
I'm sorry.
Shane,
The what?
I'm talking about in the relationship side.
I'm
Bro,
sorry,
I don't know. I don't
Please
have
explain.
that tale.
Yeah,
Like,
explain.
Please explain.
damn, why guys? Why?
Say what you mean.
I'm just saying, like when they went through like the bullshit within their relationship, equally, they both put each other.
There you go. Don't make this one-sided, nigga.
Whatever. Yeah, they put each other through a lot of shit and they can't get over this shit. Blah blah blah. But I mean, I'm cool. I mean, don't get me wrong. I go through my times of me like not really fucking with her, but you know, for what she gave me, I'm good. You know?
so when you break up, right? What's the length of time it takes to be friends? Can you immediately be friends?
No. You need real time. You need
How long?
real.
You gotta heal. It
Yeah.
depends.
It just depends on your healing
Shut up,
process.
Oprah. Fuck out of here. It's time to heal.
But you actually really need that. Like, I don't know people's process. So, like, I remember I was dating this guy, and then we broke up, and then I was so focused on school that I didn't really care about the breakup. Like, all of my energy for us breaking up went straight into school, and, like, he's actually cool. Like, I just wished him a happy birthday at the beginning of this week. Like, I talk to him maybe once every 3-4 months, like, check in, but there's no bad blood. If I was to see his mother, like, I would hug her and kiss her because I love her. And I kind of still want to come over so I can get some goat and peas and rice. But other than that.
Bro.
I did not know where that was going.
No, but I'm just saying, like, there are exes that I had really, really bad breakups with. And if I was to see him, I'm mature enough to just say, hi. There are some exes where it's like, we have a mutual understanding, like, hey, this wasn't going to work out. And I'm like, it's funny. Today, my ex called me asking me for relationship advice. And we were just, like, talking. And I just kind of, like, gave him pointers. And I was just, I was really honest with him. But it wasn't like, hey, I miss you, I want to see you. It wasn't even any of that. It was just like, hey, I have a question. Like, I realized that we didn't work out. And I feel like this is, like, kind of similar traits of what we went through. So can you help me, like, kind of navigate through my new relationship? And I was like, all right, sure. But I'm cool with some of my exes.
I have a question though. Like, me personally, like, what's the term? It's a casualty of war or something like that. Anyway, nah, alright. You'll get it once I explain it.
Okay.
Like, do y'all cut off their family too? I love cutting off people's family. I love everybody. I don't fuck with you no more. Like, say we was together, and I don't fuck with you no more. Your mother, your cousins, your uncle, man, fuck everybody.
No, I can't.
awful.
I
Yeah.
can't do it. I can't do it.
Can't do what?
I'm
It's
still
not- yeah.
cool with all my ex's
Shit,
family
and
members.
You see me? Fuck them. Fuck them. Like, I'm not, no.
It's kind of like a
It's
slap in the
right.
face. Yeah, I'm with
Yeah.
him.
Bruh,
Jason, you
I've
can't be
been
with
through-
him.
I've been with my sister and like a girl that I was cool with, I was dealing with whatever. They were supposed to like go to get a piercing together or something like that. And the girl was like, yeah, we still go. And my sister was like, man, my brother don't fuck with you no more. Nigga,
That is
That's
so
on-
inappropriate.
no, it's not inappropriate. Like,
Kristen, can you speak on this?
Sure. Well, on family, and I feel like I can say this because Jason, my ex, is right here. So whatever I say, it's like
He can back you up.
thank you. But I didn't really know Jason. Not really. I didn't really know his family, so there's nothing really to cut off there.
Right.
Well, you know his cousin.
Okay, so if you want to go down that route, I feel like when it comes to, I feel like staying friends with your ex is highly related to like necessity. Like I would never really recommend it to my friends if they didn't have to. But no offense, don't take this the wrong way. And chime in if you want, Jason. But Jason and I have we like share a friend group, so to not stay friends would have made things really complicated. Do you agree?
I agree.
Okay. And so, I mean, I think that we would have more or less stayed friends either way, but we kind of there was really no other option unless I wanted to, like, move.
Right. And, I mean, it made, I think the big thing that played into it, like Sari said earlier, was time, you know, and it took time. Otherwise, it's, like I said, it's dependent, and like you said, you're still friends with my cousin, you know, you and Jordan are still friends. That makes sense.
Right.
That makes sense.
Close friends.
But also, like he said, though, if you end a relationship and you're not on good terms and y'all not friends, what reason do you have to enjoy spending time with their family anymore?
Exactly.
No. I'm not going to hang out with her brother. I'm not going to keep calling her mom or her dad. No, fuck that.
Yes.
It happens that way. Like, it was crazy. I seen my ex. I've ran into everybody in her family but her. I ran into her niece at John. I ran into her mother at Walmart. You know, I have respect for people, so I speak, but I keep it moving. Like,
it's weird. I never run into my exes. I'm lying so hard right now.
Okay.
So my one ex, the worst relationship I was ever in, I would see him because he was best friends with the guy who lived across the street from me. So my best friend Shanae dated him, and I dated the other guy. So we would do a lot of like double dating and all that cute weird shit. And so I was still like, when I would come over to my mother's house, coincidentally he would just be next door to the neighbor's house. And so there have been times where I was just like, the fuck? And I would get mad, but of course that's his friend. I can't get mad at that. And I would speak, and then he would sometimes like want to have like real conversation, and I was just like, I don't fuck with you. Like, I've moved on, but I don't fuck with you. Like, if you got hit by a bus, I wouldn't cry.
Wow.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But there are some exes that I'm like, oh, like he's like literally like my ex who called me today. Like we're cool. I wish him nothing but the best. Like, I really want him to be happy. Like, there are just situations where it's just like we just do not fucking work. But if you did something trifling, or it was just too volatile or just too hostile, like, I just can't be cool with you. I don't have to hate you. Kind of hate the one ex, but other than that, I'm just like, all right, whatever, cool. I will speak to whomever, because I moved on. I feel like if you still salty and you can't even speak to your ex, you haven't moved on. Like, you need to grow the fuck up.
Yeah, I feel like it's definitely a level of maturity to where you can just be around somebody and not care. Maturity, and then also just time, because depending on the depths of your relationship, if you guys have like a serious long-term relationship, you know what I mean, it's definitely going to factor in.
Yeah, Brittany.
Yeah, my 6 year. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, seriously.
She had a real situation.
And I don't even talk to him now, so maybe I'm not mature. But, like, I don't want to say fuck him, but, like, we don't even talk. So
if he reached out to you, would you talk to him?
I might speak, but I'm kind of at the point, like, what do I have to say to you?
6 years is a long time.
It is.
That's
a lot of time invested.
Absolutely.
Exactly. So, us ending that. You right, Corey?
You got a neck tattoo?
Yes, I have 2 neck tattoos.
Hey, shit. I'm sorry.
Stop it. All right, so.
Not a thug.
And, like, so, like, I blocked him on all social media.
Oh, you
like,
blocked him?
Yeah. Don't talk to him at all. Like, I don't think we've talked since, like, the week after we broke up. So.
He's been blocked the whole time?
He's been blocked the entire time.
So, like, what did he do? Is that able to be discussed?
Yeah, I mean. Long story short, he, like, after over 6 years, kind of comes at me like oh, you don't deserve me, like, I need to work on myself, all this shit. Exactly.
But why would you block him if it was like that?
Because I don't have anything to say to you. Like, it's too
I'm
many
the
people
same
in
way.
this world for me to entertain the idea of you. Like, I have mental funerals. Like, I will cut you off. I'm so serious. I will cut you off, and you are basically dead in my world. Like,
oh, I'm glad I'm not part of that.
You don't exist, really. So, as far as still talking to family, like, I'm still friends with, like, his mom and sister on social media. But I feel like I can somewhat still have a relationship with them and just not even be around him and still not talk to him. It's not like I'm chilling with them. I don't go see them, but we're still friends on social media. Right. So it's funny. His cousin, I don't think nobody in his family is probably listening, but his cousin reached out to me maybe a year or so ago. And he was like, of course, like jumped in my DMs type shit. So he was like, oh, I think we could work out all this shit. I was like, I'm not for mixing like him and family and all that. Like, that's messy. So he was just like, oh, like he wouldn't even find out. Like, he moved to Atlanta, all this shit. I was like, oh, word. Like, I had no idea he moved. Like, I was like, okay, like that's what's up. But it was still like fucked up. But
you pulled
you know,
from 3-point.
Yeah. He really trying to shoot the shot.
But yeah, like I don't need to talk to you. Like, I don't know what we have to talk about. And then, if you get in another relationship or your next one, whatever, you being friends with your ex, that is probably causing some shit with your current partner. Yeah. So
I talk too much.
Yeah.
I'm way too open. I be saying everything. Like, yeah. Because, I mean, quite naturally, when you deal with somebody, they kind of become your best friend. Yeah. So it's like, because you spend more time than you would with your regular friends. So it's like, you know, I be saying too much. That shit done jam me up. Now I don't know. Like I was telling ironically, I was talking to one of my exes yesterday, and I was telling her, I was like, you know, we didn't work out because of the times. Like, I was like, first of all, I don't never deserve a chance with you ever. Like, but we cool now. Like, I moved on, she's moved on, and stuff like that. So, but it's like, I don't know. I lost my train of thought.
I think of the Drake verse. Girl, don't treat me like a stranger. Girl, you know I seen you naked.
What? So what does that mean?
Yo, what the fuck do you be on, son? Like, yo, first off, your whole head leans into the mic. And I'm trying to figure out, how sexy are you about to get right now? Like, what are you doing right now? Like,
no, but seriously, that quote is what it is. Like, how can you really act so off to somebody that you quote unquote love maybe or had sex with? Like, I seen you naked. You're gonna say hi to me if I see you. You're gonna be an adult.
That don't mean nothing.
You're gonna be an adult. You're gonna, you know what I'm saying? Because life is too short. And like,
it's too short to still talk to that person. No, it's 7 billion people on this planet.
There we go.
Fuck them.
Like when I think of my friends that broke up and their situation, don't say hi to him.
Yeah, you broke up for a reason.
There's no need, right? I don't know.
I don't have a full-fledged conversation with you. I mean, I have respect for people. What's going on?
Of course.
You know, real standard shit. Like, when, like, my baby mother father, like, no disrespect to him, but we were cool. I mean, in passing and shit. But, you feel me? Like,
I know. Disrespect.
Yeah,
Gonna be disrespectful.
No, I'm just saying, like, I went through a lot of shit with all that shit. And I knew, me personally, how I was raised is to always show respect. So, he came downstairs. And he was like, hey, Corey. I was like, oh, yeah, what's going on? How you doing? You feel me? Like, I don't need to talk to you. I don't fuck with nobody in her family. Like,
I mean, it's not necessarily, like, a need. But if you were, like, cool prior to, like, being in a relationship, like, that makes sense. So, like, for Kristen and Jason, they were friends or knew each other, like, prior to actually being, like, with each other. So it's like, for them to go back to something that's already so familiar makes sense. Like, if you crash, like, you get into a relationship, he smashed really fast, and 2 weeks later, y'all go together, like, of course, nothing is going to end well with that. Like, y'all don't know how to be anything else besides being intimate. So, like, why, like, what else? When y'all break up, all y'all do is still fuck each other, because that's the only thing y'all know how to do. So, it's like, that's why it's important to, like, have a real fucking friendship, because if me and Jordan are not together, like, because I knew him from college, I doubt that we'll be enemies. Like, I know that would be my homeboy, unless he did some fucked up shit. Did you just say me no?
I said no.
Nigga, you ain't gonna shit.
I said you either gonna be my friend or my ex.
I just said we're gonna be friends. Are you not listening to what I'm saying?
That means you can't acknowledge our relationship.
What do you mean I can acknowledge our relationship?
For all purposes, I never dated Serena.
Yeah.
Wait, how do you
minute.
like not acknowledge
That's
like
the
3
funeral
years
you
of your
talking
life?
about.
Huh?
I'm confused by that. Elaborate.
There's only 2 people I know.
Can I be the pallbearer?
Because we put this 6 feet under, man. Because like, you either the woman that I've been dating.
No, I see
or
what he's saying.
You're the girl Riri that I knew in college. It's two, you got two options here. You're not gonna be able to be both. You're not gonna mix red
That's
and blue
true.
and make purple. That makes everything messy. And like you said,
Yeah.
you're gonna try to be friends, but you're gonna be fucking.
Exactly.
It's a big mess. So
You're
you're
gonna-
the one that just completely dismiss the years we had, and you can focus on being my friend, or you want to be my ex. And I don't. They can't be the same for me. My ex is my ex. We're not friends.
Yeah.
None of
Church
my
hugs only.
So you can't. So
I don't think you can put them in the
Too
same
bad.
thing. They're not the same. You know what I'm saying?
So all right. So if that's the case, that means you still got feelings attached to it. Cause I can sit and talk to an ex. You feel me? Like I get what you're saying. Like I guess like a daily friend, and if you want to make up a word like that.
Feelings.
Like, cause it's like, how can you not be friends with somebody you shared something with? You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying like being cordial. Can you be cordial with the person? You just wouldn't consider them a friend.
Yeah, but like, as I said,
Like
the
an
word friend
associate.
has a meaning to it. You know, it's deeper than being
Yes.
cordial with
So
someone.
y'all can't be cool? Like y'all.
She has to make the choice, or we have to make the choice. I should say that
I'm
we
gonna
either
be
we gonna
cool.
be friends or we gonna be exes.
Literally, unless
Can
you
y'all be
like.
cool? And
We can be cordial. I mean, black people use cool to stretch a whole.
But that's what he's saying. That's what I think he's trying to say. If you're going to be an ex, you are an ex. There's no reason not to be friendly. That has nothing to do with
Right.
it. He's just talking about your status and how he feels to you. If you're going to be friends, in his mind, he has to lay that relationship to rest. If you're legitimately going to be friends, he's saying that you have to completely cut that feeling off. Cut that
Yeah, that's
mindset
what I'm
off.
saying.
Yeah,
Like,
if you can't
that
do
makes
that,
sense.
then
oh, okay, yeah. Cause
That's why we end up working together. I know what he's trying to say. I just got
fuck
to
you. We gonna be this or nothing. You see what I'm saying? Like,
Well, if y'all can't come to understand, it might have to be that. It depends.
How y'all want to act.
How do you want to act? How do you want to carry the situation? Because if you're going to be my ex, it comes with a certain, well, a lack of expectations, just to say, really. Because with my friend, you have more expectations with that. But with the ex, it's like you said, it's whatever. Either it's, your interactions will be solely based
I'm
on
not
your
going to
experience.
I don't know what he does.
She says she ain't going nowhere. She's saying she'll talk to my friends, my family. It all depends if she considers my friend. But she going around behind my back saying, "Oh, my ex, this, ex, that."
But I don't see
now
myself.
you introducing a lot of detail. Now I don't know. Like,
But that's
I get what you're saying, but I don't mean to cut you off. But then it's like initially, it's like I don't know. Like it's like either you this or you're that, and that's it. But feelings don't involved in the two. Like y'all, all right. Let's say y'all broke up, right?
Okay.
God forbid. So let's say y'all broke up. She can't be your friend because she was your ex. That's what you're saying?
She has to make the decision to what role she wants to have in my life. You want to be my ex, or do you want to be my friend? Because most of my relationships with my exes are very transactional.
Okay.
You know, so if you're my friend, it's deeper.
I'm best friends with his ex.
There's a more confidence I have in you, and there's just it's just a different, like, you know.
No, I
You
understand what
can't
you're
have
saying.
that with You can't have that with your ex.
Not if you're my ex, because
No,
if you have that
I
with
do
your
get
ex,
that.
then you start getting a whole bunch of ambiguity mixed into the relationship, and you're a whole lot liable to ruin things with that person and whoever is your future.
Yep.
I mean, that makes sense.
I
You
think
gotta pick. If something's ex, it's very clear. It's very clear to your new partner. It's very clear to the ex, and it's clear to yourself. But if you're friends, that's very clear too, to me, in my mind. So the two words can never overlap to me.
I think I agree with what he's saying 100%. It sounds to me though as if it's a conscious decision that you have to that you make that decision. For me, it's almost reactionary. It depends on how things end. If things end in a way at which being a friend is possible, it's probably going to go down that route.
So you're going to pick that pretty much all the time. If there's a
That's how it
to
feels.
be a friend,
Right.
you're going to go.
I'm not going to think about it. That's just how it feels. It feels like it should be this way. Like that's the way things are ending. If it ends in a way in which I come to the conclusion that I mean, two words, two different meanings, hate or dislike this person, then guess what? We're exes.
Right.
And usually that's probably not going to come with friendly.
Right.
Let's talk the positive side of things. Like, things are leaning towards you going to be friends after this. Then do you still acknowledge your past relationship? And
I
those
have no
feelings?
reason
I
not
don't
to.
understand what the need would be.
I have no reason not to.
To acknowledge That.
Exactly.
Okay, so do
That's
you
what I
and
think.
Kristen
Okay,
acknowledge? Wait a
Oh,
minute.
like, I used to fuck. You remember when we used to fuck with
Yeah,
each other?
that's
Type
all
shit?
it
Oh,
takes.
yeah. Okay, I get it.
So, do you guys acknowledge you guys' relationship, or do you basically like how you interact is just based off the friendship at this point?
I don't know how to not acknowledge our relationship because all of our friends know that we dated.
I mean, at the end of the day, and I mean, I acknowledge it. Why do I have to act like something in the past didn't happen?
Right.
That's my thing.
Right.
I'm not going to ignore it. I know what it is, and to be honest, that's kind of how you navigate the friendship in itself. You know, if you act like it never happened, I think that would make it worse.
Yeah, I agree.
Do you guys make jokes about being like past things? Like, do you actually
have?
Maybe.
That joke has happened multiple times, actually.
Yeah.
That's dangerous.
But well, also,
That's teetering on the same line.
so I moved away for like what, a year and a half.
Right.
So we had like a year and a half where we weren't
There
even
was
in the
time.
same state.
Right.
So is that, I don't know. So he's looking at me.
No, I'm just listening because it's interesting because me and my ex we were together for 4 years and then we broke up. Like, he cheated, I cheated. It was just a mess. And then we actually end up becoming friends. Like, we would spend time together once in a while. Like, you know, he's paid for stuff like books for me to go to college and stuff like that. So I was cool with his family. Met some of his girlfriends, liked some of them, hated some of them, whatever. We end up being friends longer than we actually were in a relationship. But then he ended up proposing to some girl. And so he's like, hey, I have something to tell you. I'm like, hey, what's going on? And he was like, I can't be friends with you anymore. And I'm like, why is that? And he's like, because I'm getting married. I'm like, well, what the fuck does that have to do with anything? Congratulations, I'll be at the wedding. Like, what are you talking about? He's like, because I didn't realize that being friends with you meant there was a slight crack in the door for us to actually be together. And I was like, but I didn't think we wanted to be together. Like, we never had that conversation. He's like, I didn't realize that until I actually proposed to her that everything that was a part of my past that I was still kind of lingering on, I had to let that go. He's like, that's why I need to terminate this friendship. So I was like, did you never look at me as a friend? And he said, I did look at you as a friend, but I also saw you as, if shit doesn't work out, we could potentially get back together. And we could potentially have forever together. And that shit blew my fucking mind. I was so mad and hurt and confused because I was like, that's my homeboy. Like, I really had no desire for us to get back together. But in his mind, I mean, you know, he felt different. And it's like, I was just like, well, why the fuck you ain't telling me this? Like, why are we spending all this goddamn time and you have feelings for me? He was like, it wasn't like I was acting upon my feelings, but now that I'm with someone serious and I'm going to spend the rest of my life with her, it would be disrespectful to her to have you in my life the way that I had and lie and say that I don't feel some kind of way. So I was like,
that fall on him though. Like, because we are saying the same thing, but kind of like in a different manner. Like, I know I don't, like, my exes, I don't have any feelings for them. So, me personally, I can be cool with you. But if you feel that way, that's on you. Like, I know me, I'm not about to try nothing with you. Even though I used to fuck you cool, but I'm not about to try nothing with you because I'm not in that space to deal with you. But then you got somebody like that, it's like a hidden agenda. Like, bet, this shit don't work out with this joint. I'm just going to go back home, and I'm going to be chilling. I'm going to be fucking her again, this, that, and the third. But that's why friendships don't work with exes.
Yeah.
Because somebody on either side is like, damn, no matter what, I could still fuck her. Or no matter what, she could still fuck him. That's why that shit don't work. That's why people in friendships after relationships, even no matter if they were cool before, it's shit like that. So, I mean, I don't know that at all.
no.
But, I'll explain that then.
That's my whole premise. Like,
I get what
it has
you're
to
saying,
be
yeah.
a mutual decision.
Yeah.
So like Jason was saying, his reaction on this is just a reaction, it's a feeling. But for me, I figure like you really need to sit down with your soon to be ex and be like, you know, what are we going to do? And consciously come to the decision about it and actually act towards that decision.
So you never went back to any ex?
Mm-mm.
You got juice.
Uh-oh.
What you
Uh-oh.
mean?
Uh-oh.
Oh my.
I ain't mean this. I ain't mean this.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm trying to think. It's been a while.
What? But see, I mean, I get that. So using the word friend, I say that loosely because when I think of friend, I think of like friend like Kristen, Jason, like literally everyone in this room. So it's like, can I trust you with my life? Like, can I give you $1 million and I receive every penny? Can I like tell you my darkest secret? Do you not have ill intentions towards me? So it's like, do I really have that real bond with my exes? No. But do I wish them harm and can I not have a real conversation with them? It's not a problem. But this isn't a daily thing. It's not like, hey, how are you doing? Beautiful, I'm just trying to say no. It's more like, I guess transactional, as Jordan would say, is like, hey, I want to make sure you're still breathing. Are you alive? Yes, I'm alive. What's new with you? This is what's new with me. All right, bye.
Oh, if I can interject, his question was confusing, Corey's.
Sorry.
I got it though now. Yeah, I did.
I was confused by your answer. I was
No.
like, what the fuck is he saying?
No, I go back, but I didn't go back to a friend. I went back to an ex. See?
What?
That's
That's the point. Like, they were friends
They weren't,
that you
okay.
kind of fucked up.
You never crossed the line once we became friends.
No,
That was
we were the
stay
ex.
on that side.
You were my ex. And so in my mind, if you're my ex,
I can still fuck you if you my ex.
yeah, I can fuck all my exes.
You can fuck all your exes.
Hey, yo, I can fuck all my exes too, yo. Like, that's an honor. That is.
How the fuck is that an
Nigga,
honor?
what? I could be like,
Oh yeah, all but one, because I'm still banned.
I know you still want me.
But it's all
And it's
good.
pickle. Come on, girl.
No, fuck
It works.
No, but I'm saying, but it's like the ex thing. If they were my friends, and that's messed up because that's already a relationship we're trying to establish, and that would betray the friendship, and that would betray like everything.
But why would you want to fuck your ex?
I'm not saying that you want to.
No, it's just you have
it's
the
an option.
capability,
It's
yeah.
not-
No, you don't have no option as fucking
Just
as your ex.
capability.
If my exes approach me right now and be like, oh, because you're my ex, you're not
That's
getting
not
goodies.
the basis for it.
That's not
it's
how
just
that
it's
works.
just the reality.
I can.
I can't. That's
Capability.
not gonna say hi
Four
ex.
times the charm.
You
Not
know?
better. No.
No, you still can't.
No, I'm saying I have the capability
That's all
to
we
fuck
saying.
them.
Based
Right.
off what?
Yeah.
Because
Did you
I got
ask?
the juice. That's
Like,
why.
did you
Because
ask?
you're not
And they-
friends with them at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah, what
So
they
you-
said.
But it's
Because
right.
if you're an ex, you're not friends at that point. If y'all fuck, guess what? That doesn't mean you're going to get back into a relationship.
Exactly.
You have that squared away.
Yeah.
You have that squared away.
I'm not saying that you're going to do it. Like, me personally, I'm good where I'm at right now in life.
Mhm.
Very good. But
Mhm.
what I'm saying is, I have the cake.
And how do you know this?
Because I got the juice, Brittany. I got the juice.
That's
No,
not
you don't.
That's not
Yes,
enough.
I do.
Your juice
Not a good enough
probably all
answer.
But
spoiled
listen.
and rotten.
Listen.
Damn.
No,
But if
sauce
you,
is forever.
thank you. I was about to tell you. Listen,
Sauce.
you going around fucking exes. That's
I'm not
juice,
saying that
absolutely.
I'm fucking my exes.
No,
I'm just
but
saying it's
because you
like
do.
most men, you're capable of fucking your exes.
Right,
Like,
most
no
people
matter
choose.
what.
No,
like,
women are more capable of fucking their exes
no,
than men.
it's a person.
Because
like,
men
like,
don't
who are
really
the
say no
individuals?
to pussy.
Right.
I have, and the girl
Bro,
told me
you're
I was a
different.
nut.
You're different. You
No, he's
stop
not.
fucking with
Wait, she
someone
told me I
and
was
she's
a
like
nut.
off your hand.
She's stupid.
I never forget this shit. She was
said
like,
you're
she
a nut?
wanted to fuck, and I said, no, I'm good. And she was like, oh, you all acting like a nun now. Like,
Not a priest?
whatever that meant. Like,
Right.
I'll say y'all mistaken.
Yeah.
Mr. said no more times than y'all realize.
I don't know.
I personally said no more times than I said yes.
I remember that day.
Jason?
Yeah, I say no a lot.
Really?
Yes.
Y'all are weird.
What?
I
Maybe
mean-
people just don't tell me no.
No, I know. I know. Let me start by saying this. The majority of dudes, only because I work around many of them, will say yes to anything.
Yes.
Yeah. That's what we're
Anything.
saying.
And I'm looking at some of those guys like, you got water. Like, you don't got no juice, you don't got no sauce.
Wow.
Sauce is for the boss.
Right.
Shout out to Ross.
Yeah.
I'm fucking rhyming.
No, I definitely feel like if I'll call any of my exes, even the one that I actually just do not fuck with, they're not gonna be like, no.
Yo, especially that nigga. That nigga gonna be like, word?
No.
Word?
I got it like that?
Yeah, he know he fucked up. And somebody that know they fucked up and you give them the opportunity again,
Yeah.
they're hopping on it.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's why you gotta say no, because I don't want to get you extra as confidence that you don't need to have. I don't want you to be like, oh yeah, because you know me and Saran been together in like 6 years, but I still smash. Nah, I don't need that on my fucking resume, bitch.
I don't mind boosting people.
No, I don't like boosting people. I don't like boosting nobody.
Everybody
Besides
needs a little
myself.
self-esteem boost, you know.
Not with my vagina, you don't. Nah. Not sexually, you don't need that type of boost.
I'm trying to get in the beard group so I can get my boost
Hit up Dre. He got.
up here.
All you gotta do is put your selfie out and you get 300 likes. And you
Wait, I ain't never hit 300 likes, cuz, unless baby Corey was in the picture. That's it. Big love when Young in the picture, dog.
Yeah,
Shout
that's
out.
where you put your face in the beard group.
Yeah.
You gonna have a whole bunch of DMs like Dre do.
I'm not allowed to post selfies in the beard group. You know, I got excellent beard, but you know.
Yeah,
Stuff
I got sent a message. I think it was "Don't get fucked up." When you
Huh?
got me fucked up, or with some knives or some shit.
Huh? Was it your ex?
No, that's neither here nor there. But I'm just saying. I mean, I think we're like off topic. Sorry, but with shit like that shit is just like on some boosting shit. Like I ain't trying to mess with none of them joints. Like I'm just trying. Word.
I
I'm cute.
feel like social
Hey.
media is like
It's the boost,
is
yeah.
enough, and I think like the fact that you can get in people DMs like. I mean, unless because Brittany blocks people. I don't necessarily block people. I mean, but people, I think there's just a level of respect with me because people know how crazy I am. And so it's like, if I say, like, don't fuck with me, just really don't fuck with me. But so I don't have to, like, go out my way and block people. No shade to Brittany.
Okay.
But whatever works for people, and no shade to Cedar, because Cedar be blocking niggas too.
See
But-
the block people?
Yeah.
Fuck you. You stand for a reason.
But I think it's just easy access for, like, especially exes. Like, I remember when I first started dating Jordan, like, they was coming out of the woodworks. These niggas was falling off the sky. Some of them I haven't even seen since 2006. And it's just like, hey, what's up? How you I see you got a new boo, a new man. I'm like, well, if you can see, what the fuck are we having this conversation for? I'm glad your vision works. So why are we having this conversation? Oh, I just wanted to check on how you doing. But when I was single, you ain't had shit to say. I guess, my life didn't matter at that point. But now, since I got a full-ass nigga, you want to jump in my DMs. Like, oh, remember that one time in band camp? And I'm like, no, nigga, get the fuck out of my DMs. So, no.
That's how it always is.
Yeah.
That's why I just, like, social media is, like, the worst. It's good, and then it's, like, bad, because it just gives you easy access to people that you shouldn't even have access to. Like, it's ridiculous. The fact that Messenger is just a free-for-all just pisses me off. It's like, you don't have to be my friend, but somebody can have this conversation with me that I do not want to have this conversation with.
Right. But no, seriously, because back in the day, think about it, there was no social media, so you didn't get in touch with whomever unless
You
maybe,
sent
yeah.
Y'all ain't had MySpace?
Right,
I
unless,
would say
yeah.
I'm not on social media for that reason. 'Cause
It's
I can't
good.
stand when guys ask, can I add you on Facebook? No, you can't.
No.
You can ask my number, you can walk away.
Exactly.
Kind of
Yeah,
how I
Exactly. You're not going to appear months later because you're bored or,
Some of them.
Mm-hmm.
Not the ones that I continue talking to.
Yeah, no.
Can I add you on Facebook?
People
I'll
ask
put you
that
in my
for
top
actually.
8 on MySpace.
Oh, no. Not
I
my
was salty when I wasn't in the top 8. I'm sorry.
I didn't care. I mean, all of my friends. No, because we were cliquey in high school. So my shit never changed. It was always the plastics. Shout out to the plastics. I know they're gonna listen to this. But yeah,
I can't.
I didn't mean to.
what's happening right now?
Nothing. It was just a reflex.
Was it?
Yeah.
The plastics, that was our name?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were the. First of all, we didn't name ourselves that. The hating ass bitches. The hating ass bitches called us that, and we just decided to keep that name.
Are you alright?
No one can see
It's the
Jason.
kinfolk
I don't know what's
getting
happening.
together.
He has like this old man silent laugh. So I don't know what is happening right now. Jason, you need some water, bro?
I'm fine. I'm cool.
You got tears in your
Yeah,
eyes.
boy, your eyes red as shit. Tell you had an allergic reaction. But no, y'all really got named the plastics.
We were in the plastics because the Mean Girls was popping back then.
Oh, y'all was mean.
We weren't mean. We were misunderstood. We were very vocal young adults who.
Do I know any of them?
Yes, you do.
I do.
Yeah. Yeah. We used to get into a lot of shit. Like, we had our own, like, lunch table. You couldn't sit with us. Like, we were mean people.
That's Randallstown shit.
Where's the
Double
past?
in
Why
one
is
in.
it past tense?
Somebody talk about
No.
SNL.
I'm talking about.
Nah.
What?
I'm
Please don't ever throw up suburban
M-
gang
M-
signs.
MMA.
MMA, mixed martial arts.
Oh, he Shout out to Brock Lesnar.
No, don't challenge it.
Oh, what about?
You don't even watch it.
I did.
No.
I watch wrestling more though.
Grow up.
You know what I'm saying? No, never.
Grow up.
And I'm going to WrestleMania this year. Okay.
You have a child. Is it for her?
Bang bang. Huh?
Is it for her or for you?
No, it's for me, but that's my. She's not going to this one because it's gonna be in New Orleans, and I'm gonna be drunk.
You're going to New Orleans to watch a wrestling match?
WrestleMania is in New Orleans. That gotta make sense. Shut the fuck up, Brittany.
Just please grow up.
I might go to Survivor Series too. That's in Houston.
Whatever. It's really funny because Kristen and Jason literally are the only ex-couple that I know, and it's functional. Like, it's not like on some Pam versus Martin type feel where you guys are like bickering about the past or like, why you ain't, and I know you ain't. It's just not, it's like really healthy, really functional. We all go out, have a good time, so.
And it's
Shout-
rare as shit.
It's very, very,
That's
very,
My
very
point.
rare. But it, but it doesn't mean that it can't be achieved.
I'm different.
So-
Well, yeah, they're unicorns.
Ooh.
But
So story, right?
Did Pam and Martin date? Was that?
No, they were
she
just
just met.
She's just talking about the
Fighting.
bickering. Don't worry. I thought the same thing in my head, but I've seen enough Martin to know, no, they never dated.
First of all, disclaimer:
Whoa,
Jordan's
whoa.
not real black, and he's never seen Martin.
I've seen Martin asshole.
When
I don't know.
exactly? You can
Yikes.
quote one
I've seen
line.
enough.
Name one character from Martin outside of Martin.
The one that ain't had no legs.
What?
Little brown man or something.
Wait, are you being serious right now?
That's being very serious.
He used to come in with the snotty nose. And he
What's
had
his
no
name,
legs.
though?
Let's call him
Let's call him.
little little Ricky.
Pretty close, actually.
Yeah.
Just okay. But he still never watched
And
one
Cole.
episode.
Oh,
okay.
The light skin one.
Okay, you got one more. Come
One
on.
more.
Who's his other best
He
friend?
wasn't light skinned.
He wasn't light skinned at all. He was
Compared to the
brown.
rest of
He was
them.
brown.
He was brown.
Except for Gina.
And Tommy. I thought you was talking about.
Oh.
Like, I thought you was talking about like characters like that Martin would play.
No, I just had
okay.
characters outside of Martin.
Okay, no, I'm okay to ride with this one. So
Okay.
let some Martin characters go.
Exactly.
You got to be able to rip them off.
Alright, you got the one with the Jerry curls.
Okay, what's his name? You got to know his name. That's number one.
What's his name?
There's two. No, that's
Why
number
y'all
two.
why shit?
That's him.
What's his name?
That's what he did.
What's his name?
If it helps Jordan, I don't know either.
Kristen is the Caucasian woman, so
There you
this
go.
point is.
No, hold on a second. You don't know the character that Martin played that lived across the hallway from him
Yeah,
in his
so
apartment.
Yeah, he
The
got-
number
He
one.
always got the jumpsuits on. He was clean.
Who are you talking about? This is
He was
sad.
fresh with the
This is
windbreakers. He always had the windbreakers on coming in.
Who does it cross the street from Martin?
Across the
Across the hall.
I
hallway.
mean, Hall, yes.
What y'all talking about?
Aw.
He's rude.
Who is
They
he?
always come in the house uninvited. It's not appropriate.
That's a lot of people. Who
First
are you
of all,
talking
that's
about?
bruh man,
That's
and he
bruh
lived
man.
on the fifth floor
Yeah.
with my 4 fingers up,
Bruh man. Bruh man.
and that wasn't a Martin character.
No, bruh man is somebody else.
Right.
So who is
We
the
gotta
person who lives
stop.
across the hall?
It's bad, right? You starting to lose a little bit of
I
respect.
just described him.
No, okay. All right. For S3, I got an email from Tyler. He's been dating this girl for 2 months, and he actually got cursed out by her because he's consistently on his phone. This particular time they went out to dinner, he was texting someone that he claims was important, and she actually left him at the restaurant, and he had to Uber home. So,
Sorry.
That's his fault.
so his question is, does he think that she was being dramatic or he was, being rude?
He's being rude.
He was being very rude.
Yeah, set your standards.
Yeah.
First the fuck of all, if you go out with someone, get the fuck off the phone. You might get take like a selfie of like some food or whatever, but put your phone down.
That's
The
the worst
whole
thing
point
you use
of,
your
like-
phone for.
Huh?
I'd rather text somebody than take a picture of my food.
Maybe you're like a food connoisseur. Maybe you're trying something new for the first time. Like, I don't know.
So enjoy it. Eat it.
I mean, but people make memories now. That's why I have like photo books. Either way, just don't be on your phone. and I'm assuming that you're extremely excessive. So just spend time with her. Have a conversation with her. Look her in her eyes. Like I feel like when you're constantly on your phone, like you're not enjoying yourself. So why wouldn't you want to like spend time with her, as opposed to like always being on your phone texting? I have no idea how old he is. I know these younger children are stupid and don't know how to like live without their phone.
It is technically the second month of the NFL season, so there's a lot to check up on there.
Well, you do that shit at your house. If you say we're going out and you make time for me, why would you be on your phone the entire time?
Because Adrian Peterson just got traded to the Arizona Cardinals.
Wait,
who
did you
gives
really?
a fuck about that?
Wait, but then you should have just said, "Can we go out another night?" I'm okay if there's a game on and you want to watch that.
Yeah,
that's
but
fine
don't
with
spend
me.
time with me. Like
Right,
that
exactly.
That's
Just show me beforehand.
Yeah, just say like.
Or I'd like to watch the game.
Are you that understanding when basketball season happens?
Yeah.
I love college basketball season,
Okay.
so I'm the one that
alright,
can't go
cool
out
with that.
for the game.
Cool with that.
Yeah.
As long as everybody's cool with basketball.
I mean, if you are into sport, you just gotta know the person you're with. So if you're with somebody who likes sports and you guys can talk about your fantasy football team and you guys can watch the game, you really don't have to have real interaction. You guys are just enjoying something you guys enjoy together. That's one thing. If you're having like an intimate dinner and it's supposed to be you guys enjoying each other's time or whatever, and you're just on your phone and you're just being a dickhead, then I just think that's a mess. So maybe you need to just ask yourself if you actually want to be with her or not, because it seems like you're not interested. It seems like you're not interested. So Tyler, get your shit together.
Is that his real name?
I'm assuming that's what you emailed me.
Oh, bet.
I can only go by what people send me.
Shout out to Tyler, yo. You're a good man.
Is he?
Listen, sometimes it needs to be motivated.
Nah, Tyler, don't do that shit, bro. Like, you.
So when you're on a
Corey
date,
fell
do you-
asleep.
I don't know what happened.
Corey fell asleep.
I think he was watching porn on his phone.
Yeah.
He watches World Star Twerk videos.
Nah. Shout out to Tyler, yo. Don't
No,
do that
fucking
shit.
shout out to him.
Hey, I gotta uplift him, man. He gotta get uplifted.
So when you go out on dates, are you on your phone texting?
Nah, I don't be like me. Don't be on your phone.
Fridays got bad reception.
So
We not. First off, that one in Columbia has excellent reception.
Oh goodness.
Thank you very much.
you keep putting that one out. Columbia's gonna be lit.
Hey, join me, because I don't be go there like that no more. But if I see you there, send me a shout out. Send me a shot. Send me a drink.
Or
Send
Jack
me a
Daniels
song.
burger.
Jack Daniels burger. But yeah, put the sauce on the side. You know what I like to do? I like to replace the sauce and get regular barbecue sauce. Because sometimes the Jack Daniels sauce can be overwhelming. You know, so.
I'm glad you have a science for the Friday's burger.
It's a little,
So Tyler, just get the fuck off your phone. That's just really simple. Our words of wisdom this week is, although beauty is in the eye of the beholder, the feeling of being beautiful exists solely in the mind of the beheld. That is from Martha Beck. Why would you laugh at that?
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean that. No.
Are you sure?
Yeah, my bad.
Yes. So beauty starts from within. And when it starts from within, you can build your confidence, you can love yourself, you can have higher self-esteem, and people will treat you a lot differently once you start loving who you truly are on the inside. So that is this week's episode. I don't know what Corey is going through.
It's a lot of messages going on in life. Yes. Yes.
Why did you just say
Wow.
yes? I didn't say anything. Corey, you just set yourself up for failure. But yes. Thank you, everyone, for joining the podcast this week. Corey, thank you for being my host. Make sure you check out Baltimore County Forever podcast.
Yes.
It's on Apple and Google Play.
Yes.
Once again, me and Brittany are on the 444. We destroyed him.
Yes, y'all did. And then I grew up on 4.5. I have season 2 coming. I have something that I just shot for season 2. So
Super, super
yeah.
dope. Yeah, make sure you
Visionary.
check him out. And thanks, guys, for... I can't. I can't even talk. Thank you guys for coming. And this is...
Bitch, let's talk.
If you can't get enough of Bitch Let's Talk, you can always follow us on IG and Facebook at BLT Podcast and on Twitter at Bitch Let's Talk. If you want more content and updates on the show, you can always go to our website, bltpodcast.com.